Good evening. This is a presentation of today's call Forever Freed, Part 2. Moving on. Men and women of the cloth of liberty, I am happy to announce the second stage of our movement has come into effect. We, as a force of freedom, must now prepare for the reality of complete success. We must press for the liberation of all our brothers and sisters. As we see our fellow slaves struggle, let the flames of our fury fuel the fiery progress of our cause. I know we have accomplished so much, and you wonder why we don't stop here. But I tell you now that our fight does not end here. For our struggle will not end until all of our brothers and sisters are freed. Our brothers and sisters have charged us with the responsibility of providing them their freedom. My dear friends, the emancipation of our people must remain foremost on our minds through this journey we have begun. Men and women of honor and distinction, I call upon you today. All of you who call yourselves freedom fighters, to liberate all our brothers and sisters. Remove their chains, undo their shackles. My brothers and sisters, we must begin with the transformation of our enemy. We will tear down the image they now hold and produce our own. We must show the nation that we are ready to become a big contender among the American forces. My friends, we must now develop our industrial strength now that we have the manpower to establish ourselves as a fully functional military branch. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to show the world the strength and survivability of a true liberation force. My friends, we began as a small resistance force. Let us now take this chance to take our rightful seat as the leading military liberation power of this nation. From here, we can change things. Men and women of this great nation we call the United States of America, join me in continuing our fight for freedom. Oh, my dear friends, it pleasures me so to see you devote your heart, minds, and soul into this noble cause. You have done nothing but great things throughout this fight for national liberation. If we continue on this path of progress, it will not be long before the final resolution is reached. Through perseverance, we will overshadow our adversaries who deny our brothers and sisters their right to freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, I dream of a day when all the minds of our brothers and sisters are free. I believe we all dream of that day. My friend, it is our duty as freedom fighters to make that dream a reality. My dear friends, we have come across new developments that have sparked a sharp increase in our numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this system of oppression has given us worthy cause to rally against it. I have just viewed news of egregious acts committed by members of the higher echelons of the organization we have labeled as our oppressors. Ladies and gentlemen, we must not allow this organization to violate the rights of its subjects. Now, our campaign has reached another level. Due to the recent hostile actions of our rival institute, we have acquired new international allies. Men and women of freedom, we can now reach new areas of oppression. Our arm of liberty can now reach across the Pacific. My fellow liberators, I think we all know what this means. Men and women of distinction, we must all prepare for national attention. Due to our current alliance with Japan, the United States has been forced to recognize us as a leading military force. Ladies and gentlemen, Congress has recently put forth a resolution to dissolve the Marine Corps and the Uniform Code of Military Justice and replace them with the Liberation Force and all its doctrines and principles. My fellow liberators, I am happy to say that we have acquired enough sway in the House of Representatives to attain a majority of the seat. With these recent acquirements, we can now influence the laws not only of the armed forces, but the laws of the nation. My dear friends, it will not be long before the purpose of our cause becomes realized by all. My friends, more and more people are seeing the results of our efforts and are joining our cause. I believe if we can keep the attention of the media, we can continue our growth. With the media behind us, we can begin our own operations of propaganda. This will start with the release of military police records. Now that we have high-ranking insiders on the military police force, we will have the ability to enforce our laws. This means that all military acts of oppression will be brought to the attention of the press. So, my dear friends, no longer will the military's obscenities go unseen. Soon every American will know the madness that occurs within the armed forces. Brothers and sisters, I can feel this victory that is coming upon us. I can smell the victory in the air. Freedom is what we want. Freedom is what we will get. But in all these things, let us not forget our brothers and sisters still in bondage. For it is for their freedom that we still march on the streets of our capital. My friends, let us do as we set out to do. May we fight with all our hearts, souls, and minds, keeping always in our minds the memories of our fallen and enslaved. We shall free our brother. We shall stand together. We as a united peoples and show our love for our fellow man. May the past bring us closer together so that we may form an unbreakable bond between us. Today's Core Forever Freed Part 2.5 Special Interest. Ladies and gentlemen, a battalion commander of one of the forces we have been trying to liberate for so long has just briefed me on recent incidents within the ranks of his troops. My fellow freedom fighters, our battle has reached another stage. Our enemies have started to adapt to our strategies. They are trying to forge a solid basis of high morale. Our enemies' theories are quite logical. Therefore, we, as a superior force of freedom with true cause, must increase our intensity.